Muss man bloß installieren.
Okay, installieren.
Ich habe jetzt schon auf Live für Klasse.
Okay, machen wir. Srila Prabhupada. Today is the end of the beautiful Munich Mela. It was amazing how wonderful of a place Lord Krishna has given to us in Munich. Very important city in Germany, and that the devotees found right next to it a beautiful forest with a lake, so charming and sweet that Lord Jagannath went there to the Indradumna Sarovar and inaugurated the final, not only installation here, but also the lake was installed with all kinds of ceremonies, and very surprising. Many things took place today to gain the chance to serve the Munich community, also to serve the Vrinda world, because from here many people from South America have come here and have helped, and also from here we are participating in the German yatra in many ways. So Munich Yatra has come on the map with great importance. Also as the residence of one of the new representatives of our sampradaya, Patita Pavana Acharya. This is a historical event, and whenever such a thing takes place, people are very surprised. What? My contemporary, who I know for many years, now he's going to be a spiritual master, and I'm not. So the tendency of comparing ourselves is there. There's also a tendency of having some envy. Why he and why not me? But the answer to that riddle is he, and hopefully you as well. When, how, why? Because it's the order of Chaitanya Maharaj. We need many spiritual teachers so that in every locality Krishna consciousness will be represented. As a matter of fact, if you look deeply into Germany, you know you need a Bavarian guru to preach in Bavaria. I mean, it sounds a little funny, you know, but you need a Saxon from Saxon, a person who really wants to preach to his people there. Because there's so many local idiosyncrasies which people don't know. And if you're not sensitive about them, it's very difficult to enter somewhere. Prabhupada managed that. He was able to enter everywhere. You know how he did that? He says, oh, I'm coming to New York. This seems to be the best city in the world. And everybody was like, wow. He comes here and he says so good things about my place of residence. Immediately people said, oh yes, then we want to also listen what you have to say. So in a way, as a preacher, we have to give appreciation and enthusiasm to the local devotees, to the local friends, to the local politicians, to everybody who are in contact with the temple, who can either help you or can also disturb you. So therefore, it's a very wonderful thing to see how the Munich temple has established such a nice relationship with the neighbors also, despite of having a Hare Krishna festival in the temple here. I was very surprised. I was truly surprised how well received we were. Of course, it was also organized first class and we didn't go on people's nerves. But this is one of the special features which we can see here, special features of Munich Yatra. how a temple can develop. And many elements have to be there. Number one, utsaha. That is, success is there when there's enthusiasm for the local leader, for the spiritual guide, when there's enthusiasm for the worship of the deities, for the studying of Srimad Bhagavatam. People come in, they get contagiously affected. Just like when the time of prasadam is, everybody says, prasadam! Oi! The devotees come running from all directions. They're immediately enthused. Oh yes. So in this way we should be enthused for listening to classes, we should be enthusiastic for doing the respective prayers. Should all be there. That is something very, very unique. We should be enthusiastic for decorating our temple to the maximum degree. We should be enthusiastic to distribute prasadam in big amounts. We should be enthusiastic to participate in the Vaishnava festivities and inviting people and making a very nice arrangement, like for example for Rasa Yatra and things like that. It's very important. So, and also we have a very strong connection with Varshana. As a matter of fact, we are going there now for the opening of the temple together with Patita Pavana Acharya. And quite a few people from here are going there. Vishwambar is going there. Mandali is going there. Kishore is going there? Yes? Good. Jayanti Kishore. So she's also going there. Fabiola's going there. Oh, Krishna. So Varshana is our Mulamat. And Ambarish also has done work there previously. He also passed through there and left some of the signatures of Ambarish art. But nowadays, many artists have put their hands there, and it's a very, very unique artistic project. So, coming to the end of this Mela, today most people already left. We are just here, maybe a third of the group of the Mela. Mallorca is still here. Kamala, stay here, no? When you go, Kamala is in charge here. Temple president in Munich. The representation of the Presidenta. So I repeat once more how grateful we are for this Mela, for the people who came here from Berlin, and we discussed so many things for the Berlin yatra. Pray to Srila Prabhupada to bless all the devotees who have participated in this mission from the beginning until now, that they all find peace and enthusiasm and guidance, so that they can continue on the way back home, back to God. This is my heartfelt prayer, especially on this day. Because it's a special day, we're asking for the mercy of all the Vaishnavas, that we may continue our service to our spiritual master. And that mercy is worked at day by day. It's not a theory of one moment. It's a day-by-day decision. Do I want to serve Krishna? Do I want to participate in sadhana bhakti? All these things. Because in a way we have an agenda which is too big. Such a big agenda that hardly our day cannot accomplish it. So how much time we give to our sadhana, how much time we give to our preaching, how much time we give to our fundraising, how much time we give to our Ishta Gostis and keeping nice festival relationships. It's all so important. We have to balance it out. Over the years of preaching, we have developed a network of approximately 200 preaching centers and temples and eco-farms. This number means that there's 200 people, if they really take it to heart, they'll give Krishna to people in their location. They make people enthusiastic. And what happens due to that? Almost automatically, 200 becomes 210, 210 becomes 230, 230 becomes 260, and before we know, we are at 300. Why? Because it's contagious. And it's the duty of somebody in Krishna consciousness to give to others what he has received. But who can be the spiritual master of so many places? Who can initiate so many disciples? Impossible. I already initiated much too many disciples by the way things happened. Inadvertently and happily as well, because to have a big amount of people supporting the family is a very joyful information, and there's so many wonderful devotees. But after a while you don't know all their names. And you're not aware of what are all their services either. And sometimes the intermediate devotees responsible, they are not so favorable themselves, not so surrendered themselves. Sometimes they're very strange concepts. So, therefore, it is really a very significant transition which has taken place now, and which also emphatically took place here in the Munich yatra. We were very happy to have representatives of practically every country in Europe where we have been preaching previously. One of the things is that when you don't give enough attention to people, then they loosen, they relax and don't do much. If you don't pay attention to a grihasta donor, he stops giving donations. If you do not give attention to a devotee dancer, he stops dancing. If you don't give attention to a devotee pujari, then the pujari standard goes down. If you don't give attention to a disciple, he thinks the guru doesn't know me or doesn't like me or whatever strange idea he may get. Or he becomes jealous because he sees the Guru talking to somebody else and thinks, oh, so bad. I'm nobody. Guru Deva don't like me. I've seen so many things like that, you know. Silly. Is that door open there?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Complete?
Yes.
Oxygen, oxygen. Yeah,
Also.
this one is also open. So therefore, it is for us an absolute necessity that now new devotees, or better said, old devotees, mature devotees, loving devotees, that they may venture forward and replace that heavy weight, heavy load which was on my head by taking it on their head. It's necessary. And of course, then you have more load on your head, means you also have to work harder and you have to be a better example and so many things. It is true. But really, this is the greatest blessing which you can get in all your life. And sometimes visiting sannyasis come and they really inspire somebody, and somebody wants to be their disciple, somebody wants to travel with them. All such things, they happen. But a local spiritual master is very highly required to make a community really become successful and go deep into the roots of the locality. That's why every temple president is like a guru. The temple president is not just an administrative figure. Not at all. A temple president is the hope that the people will have much love and trust in him. And if he's not an initiating guru, then at least he should know and love an initiating guru in his region, which he likes to recommend to the devotees to take shelter of. And when that guru comes and actually encourages the people to do service in this region, in this temple, because if the guru comes from somewhere else and then all he does is inviting the people he initiates or who love him, okay, come with me to another place, then this type of a guru, he becomes a disturbance. We saw that sometimes in the old days of ISKCON, that sannyasis would come to the temple and end up taking devotees with them who are very important for the local service, and the local temple presidents were very frustrated. Oh, why do you do that? Serious cases were there of that kind. Because the guru must love the local place, he must support the local place, he must sponsor the sacrifice for the local place. As a matter of fact, he himself does sacrifice for the local place. Then his contribution is believable. But nobody can do that in many places at the same time. This is one of the obvious limitations there. So therefore, the future of the Vrinda and the Vaishnava movement is many local gurus in all locations. That will be guarantee of success. And some of the branches may wither for lack of sincerity, and other branches will blossom due to sacrifice and endeavor in sincerity. That's the way it goes. It will always go that way. Some people argue, they say, oh, we are not qualified for that. And I agree with them. We are not qualified. But when nobody qualified is available, then Krishna, from within the heart, he helps to make those who are ready to sacrifice themselves, to make them qualified, to utilize them as instruments of his love, and Radharani also. So if you feel I'm not qualified for that, I can understand you perfectly, because I'm also not qualified. I've said it many times, Harijam Maharaj and myself, we accepted disciple because there was nobody else to look after the people in Colombia and other countries. There was simply nobody. So we either had to accept that task or let the whole thing go without guidance properly into. Can't speculate, but it didn't look very promising. So this is what we also celebrated here in Munich with our first local German Acharya, means Ritvik Acharya or Diksha Guru Acharya, but we all do this on behalf of Prabhupada anyway. That qualification to take people back to home, back to God, it only can have that person who is either coming from Goloka or you already reached Goloka Vrindavan. We need many gurus, but we may not have many of those. You see? It's a complex situation. The doctor is not perfect, but the patient requires urgent surgery. So the doctor never took out a bullet from a hole. Now he has to take the knife and see, find the bullet and take it out, because otherwise the patients may die. So it's like that. We are in war zone. War against Maya. And the devotees who are ready to make this thing work, those who are ready to sacrifice themselves, they will be supported. Special energy will be given to protect them. Of course, also they're giving their life into the hands of Krishna. So it's very auspicious, very beautiful, very joyful. And of course we always feel, no, not me. Not me means I give the glory to Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. By his grace, this mission is going on. How will it go on? Only he knows, because he is the supreme mystic. That it will go on, I'm very certain about it, because it's Lord Chaitanya's movement from the beginning, and he made it work and reach to this realms which we are now. Now tonight we will have a rather short program and have the end, because tomorrow we have to leave very, very early, and just to say the last bye-byes until the next time Krishna allows us to meet each other. And pray for me that I can be successful in India doing something. I need a prayer. By the inspiration of Mathura Mahatmya, I'm pretty sure that something wonderful will be achieved. It's already going on. Already they don't allow cars around Govardhan. Big achievement, because anyhow, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. And thank you very much, and see you again soon.
Srila Paramadvaiti Maharaj.
You turn off.
Okay.